National Geographic photographer and conservationist Joel Sartore is a man on a mission. He calls it the photo arc, portraits of the world's wildlife species before they disappear forever. He's gone to zoos in 40 countries during the past decade, trying to photograph 12,000 captive animal species. He just reached the halfway mark of 6,000 photos.
This month's National Geographic features 10 different photo arc images on multiple covers. It's a first for the magazine, and Joel Sartore is with us. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
This is such an amazing project. You're 10 years in and you're just halfway there.
I know. It's a little obsessive, isn't it?
So tell us about the very first picture that you took.
Very first one was a naked mole rat, believe it or not, at the Lincoln Children's Zoo. My wife was going through breast cancer, and it caused my career to kind of come to a stop. And on the days she felt better, I went to my local zoo a mile from my house and asked if they had any little animals they could put on a black or white background. So they actually put this little guy on a cutting board, and he raised his head up and looked at me, and the photo arc was born.
You have so many wonderful images. We've selected a handful that we really love.
Right.
The female northern white rhinoceros.
Yeah, that is a bit of a heartbreaker. She's one of 5 left in the world, and she was at the Králové Zoo in the Czech Republic, and the PR guy kept saying, you better hurry and get here. She's got big cysts. She's too old to really anesthetize for the veterinarians to work on her, so hurry. And we got there, and she was super sweet, and she laid down and took a nap after we were done with her shoot, and then everything was fine, and about a week later, one of those cysts burst, and she died, and now the world has 3 left. She and another have died, so there are 3 left, and that subspecies of rhino is almost certain to go extinct now.
The Fennec Fox is very cute, but there's also an important story with this animal too, isn't
sure.
there?
That's at the St. Louis Zoo. They're an animal that's stable right now, and they're just so cute that those big ears are used to dissipate heat and for great hearing as well, you know, but they live in the Sahara, so it dissipates heat. Those animals are really good at getting the public in and getting them to care about the extinction crisis, and that's what the photo arc's about. It's not just the world's largest archive of studio quality photography, but National Geographic Photo Arc is also trying to prevent species from going extinct. The way we do that is we try to get the public to care through cute animals, whatever it takes, and get them to want to come online and learn and see what they can all do to save species like this.
One of the cutest pictures are the orangutans, the pair of orangutans.
They're very sweet, aren't they? That was at the Houston Zoo. That's a mom orangutan with her adopted child. Another female orangutan had given birth and didn't want the baby and kind of slid it towards the keepers. And after a little bit of time, they went ahead and gave it to this other mom who had her arms out, and she raised that animal successfully.
How long does it take to get an image like that? Like, do you work for a while?
Yeah, you know, they usually paint backgrounds for me, black or white, at zoos for big animals that we can't move around. And it takes usually an hour or so on something that's tolerating the process well. Yeah,
you can see the small animals aren't necessarily the easiest ones to shoot, are they?
No, they're all a little tricky. We use a soft-sided cloth shooting tents for a lot of them. Sometimes we work them out in the open. Every shoot's a little different. Some of the shoots only last 30 seconds or so, and some may take up to an hour. Depends on how the animal's tolerating it, whether they like it or not.
How do you prep that? Like, is there a way to prep the animal or comb them out? Or
We're not really working with trained animals. They're all wild animals usually, and so we work with zoos and aquariums and captive breeders. They're the real keepers of the kingdom now. They're the arcs. A lot of these species can only be seen in captivity. They're gone in the wild. And so we work with these zoos and breeders and aquariums ahead of time to know what animals we can do this with, which animals can stand the limelight for a little bit. And so far, everything's gone real well.
And it's kind of a little dangerous for you at times. You were nearly blinded by a crane, punched in the face by a mandrill?
Yeah, well, I'm asking for it a little bit, aren't I, Anthony? I'm sticking my face right in there most of the time with a camera lens. Kind of goes with the job, and we try to take every precaution, and so far no animals have been hurt in the production of this project. We're going to try to get all 12,000, 13,000 species that are in captivity around the world to really show the public what a cross-section of life exists. Most people don't even know what biodiversity means, so this is a good chance.
How much longer is it going to take, Joel?
Another 15 years, maybe.
Wow.
And how is your wife doing now?
She's great. She got her 10-year all clear from cancer 2 weeks ago, so life's good.
Joel Sartore, thank you so much.
Thank you.